I'm Jackie.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome back to Dumb Witch Club. Yay!
Yay!
We have a fun episode today. I'm super excited about this one.
Because you know why? Every good witch should know.
Yes.
But if you're a dumb witch, you probably don't know because we barely knew.
Right. But we're here to remind you.
There's 100 days till Halloween!
Just 100 days. We can get through it.
Oh, we could start counting down the days actively.
Yes.
We can know that our favorite sacred heart space is going to be fast approaching.
Yes.
So, yay!
It's like a sensible number.
It is.
A sensical number.
It's a number I can wrap my head around.
Exactly, and it just keeps just diminishing down, and the closer we get to our favorite day.
Yes. So we have a fun little nostalgic retrospective for you in store to commemorate 100 days till Halloween. But before we get to that,
before we do that,
we need a card pull.
And
in honor of 100 days till Halloween, we have our favorite Seasons of the Witch deck, the Salmon deck.
Such a good deck.
I said salmon. Salmon?
You said salmon?
I thought I said it. I can't talk, apparently.
I heard salmon.
I thought I said it in a strange way. And then when I tried to correct it, I still couldn't talk. So, anyways, I know what it is.
Okay, there's weird things happening.
There are lots of weird things happening. I feel like as soon as, I'm sorry, I know that you're doing that, and you can keep doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like as soon as we get into the place of what is called like spooky season or getting close to Halloween or talking about this, weird things start to happen.
They really do. It's been super bizarre.
And specifically around this episode. Should I briefly?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So for other reasons, which don't really have relevance, we needed to pre-record the witching hour that gets released along with this episode or in the days before this episode. And it is nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found.
So we typically record on two different devices, video and audio separate. It was on neither. And Ashley took a photo of our centerpiece so that we could recreate it to record this. It's not on her phone.
Nope.
And these are three separate devices now.
Not in the deleted, not in the cloud, not anywhere.
No.
Nowhere.
All just vanished, gone. So we have to do it again. We'll do it again. It's fine. We'll do it.
We're happy to do it, but it's like very weird. Just weird energy. Weird visual phenomenon, weird.
Yes, we're having a weird light thing happening with our lights a minute ago, and not like an plug outlet thing, like a weird anomaly thing. Which, if you go back to our very first episodes, which were in October, bunch of weird tech stuff, a bunch of weird glitches, a bunch of weird things that happened.
Orbs, all kinds of stuff. People were telling us, like, did you see that? Did you guys notice that? Did you plan that on purpose? And we were like, what is going on?
True facts.
We talked a lot about it if you want to go back to get even more, like, spooky season content, because you're really just, like, trying to inundate yourself right now. You can go back and watch those, like, baby Dumb Witch Club episodes.
Yeah, no, that's true. So I just feel like we already have brought that along into this. So anyway, all good. Let's do a card pull. I guess I'm pulling the card.
Okay. Let's see how it is.
What do we got?
Let's see.
Graveyard.
As I was shuffling, I saw that one go by.
Graveyard. There is a song that bellows in the peace of knowing no end and acknowledging the crossroads of eternity. Well, that's pretty hopeful.
Yeah.
I also want to say, this Samhain deck we love, but it is for Samhain. It is for spooky season.
Yes.
It does tend to have, like, darker content, if you will.
Yes, it skews that direction.
Yes. So, I mean, I'm not, like, totally surprised or put off by, like, Graveyard.
Right.
And I love cemeteries, so
yes,
I really do. And this really is about peace and knowing that a graveyard exists so that you can, like, still be in connection in a physical way, like going to a physical place, if that's something that has meaning for you.
Yeah, that's not negative at all.
It's not negative. In fact, I like it. And I also feel like maybe, like, if there is stuff that's negative, you can bury it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right?
Maybe that's what we needed. Maybe we need to do some kind of spell, and burying something needs to be like an aspect to it.
I totally agree.
We'll get back to you on it.
We'll let you know.
I love it. Beautiful. Okay. Shall we talk a little bit about what's going on? AKA
Why?
the why though
Why
of it all.
though? Yes.
The why though of it all.
Let's talk about it. And actually, I feel like this why though has a lot of good stuff.
It does. It's juicy.
It is juicy. I love that. And the first juicy thing that we have, well, at least that I have on my list, July 17th, new moon in Cancer.
Yeah.
Ooh, so pretty.
So pretty. So lovely. This is a special birthday for a number of people I know. So that's lovely too. And yeah, it's like, it's a very but it's a very emotional new moon.
Yes. I mean, obviously, Cancer season is an emotional season, or there's that heavy emotion influence on that season.
Yeah.
And I feel like the full moon in Cancer, which takes place in Capricorn season, that is like very emotional because it's like the moon in all of her glory. Here we have the new moon. So the moon is like, roughly hidden.
Sure.
And does not appear very strongly, but it's all about like cultivating beginnings, manifesting, planting those seeds.
Totally.
And I just think, yes, and it's like such a lovely, emotive, like looking within kind of time.
Yeah, it is. I like it. I'm glad you pointed out the difference between the Cancer full moon and the Cancer new moon, because yes, it very much, the new moon very much has that, with Cancer has that, I'm just open to things coming my way energy.
Yes.
Rather than like this sort of intense like manifestation. It's really just like, let me see what sort of comes in and how I feel about it and really get in my feels. Yeah, it's
I love
nice.
that, just being open and receptive, which is that Cancer quality.
Yeah, it's good. There's a lot of aspects to this new moon too. So just kind of keep track of like what's going on there. But like there's opposition to Pluto, and then there's like some Uranus, Neptune like aspects going on. So just kind of be like aware. There's a lot of sort of energy around this new moon, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, I like it. So we have a couple of other major things happening.
Yeah.
Shall I jump? I just don't want to cut you. Okay.
No. I'll go back to what I was going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another, like a kind of a big day in July 22nd, we have two main things happening. Venus officially stations retrograde. I cannot talk today. Everything I try to say.
There's some, I don't know.
Everything I try to say. It's just like getting stuck in my mouth. Okay. Venus officially stations retrograde. She's been in her shadow. She's been moving, which means she's been moving slow and methodical, even though she's in Leo. But now she's in retrograde. She's just like, doing the backstroke, right?
Basking in it.
So I think, for me, again, this Venus in Leo, we've been talking a lot about. And I think during the retrograde, especially, like, just beware of seeing, as in all retrogrades, things from the past coming back, specifically Venetian things, like people from your past romantically, or maybe financial things from your past.
Oof.
Good or bad, but just beware that you might start to see that stuff. Also, because of the Leo influence and the retrograde can also be like a regression. So look out for those less evolved Leo qualities in others or yourself, like maybe being a little too self-centered, a little too dramatic. I don't know how dramatic is too dramatic.
I wouldn't know either.
Yeah.
Never met her.
Yeah, no. So, but just keep that in mind. You might be seeing this energy flowing around people with you or with you.
And it's hot. So it's like, it's just all activated, like it just makes you more dramatic, like that irritation of being hot.
And on that same glorious day,
what else?
Guess what starts?
Could never know. Except that I do.
Leo season.
Uh-oh. What are we going to do?
I'm going to do everything. That's what I'm going to do.
As you should. And I will do everything too. And we all should.
Yes.
Whether you're a Leo or not, you should.
even if you're not a Leo, you can be a Leo during this season.
Yes, that's the energy right there.
It really is.
It really is.
So come bask in the sun and the gloriousness. You are welcome. I can't wait. I'm very excited. Love Leo season. And obviously it's because I'm a Leo. Whatever, okay? I don't care.
Whatever, okay.
I don't care. That's why. And that's fine. And I love it.
That tracks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Tracks. It totally does.
Yay. So July 22nd. It's a good
day.
Good
That's
day.
a juicy day.
Yes. Excited.
All right. Mine is less hot. Mine is less, sexy, but it has to be pointed out. And look, I'm not going to go into this crazy depth of detail.
I know what you're going to talk about.
Yeah, where everyone's going to be like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to do that. Okay, you still might be like, what are you talking about? And I can't help it if you do that. But I promise you, we will be back and we will make more sense of this. But we can't just let it go without commenting, and maybe you can do a little bit of research on your own if you're not super up on this, and then like I said, we'll figure it out later. But on July 17th, so back to July 17th.
Can you see how sad I am now?
I know, it's a little bit wah-wah, but it's important, okay? And that's what we're here to do.
I know.
We're here to do.
It's fun. Go ahead.
Okay. July 17th, along with this new moon, we love it, we stand. We are having a lunar node shift. If you don't know what lunar nodes are, it's fine, okay? You don't really need to worry about it. But if you want to look it up, you can, okay? But I'll just give you the basics. So the nodes, where they're placed, they always move like backwards in the signs, and they're always in like the poles, okay? So we've had the north node in Taurus, and the south node would be Scorpio, okay?
Yeah, and it's been that way for a while.
It's been that way. So we are going to be on that day, on July 17th, moving backwards, and the north node is going to be in Aries, and the south node is going to move into Libra until January of 2025. Okay, so you have a while to learn about it, is basically what I'm saying. So the nodes they're not planets. They're not like luminaries or planetary bodies.
They're like spots that are measured by calculation in the universe.
They're like pathways, right? They're like where things are occurring, like on this pathway. Basically, they're like energy pathways that have to do with where the sun and the moon orbit, okay? And they sort of have this energy swirling around them. Just that's how you can think of it. They also mark where the eclipses are going to be occurring.
Right, which is kind of, I think, the main way that we see this playing out in astrology.
Yes.
Besides in your birth chart where those things are located.
Totally. But yes, it's the eclipses.
Yes.
So, and we've talked a little bit about that in past episodes. We'll continue to talk about that further. But basically just know it's a collective energy thing. So you don't need to like get out your birth chart and start trying to calculate things and figure stuff out unless you really want to. But it's when we have these lunar node shifts, it's more of a collective energy shift. So you just want to look at the signs and kind of the energy that they carry. The south node is kind of what to release and let go. The north node is kind of what is being brought in and what you need to move forward. Okay?
Yes.
South node, let go. North node, move forward.
Yes.
That's good, right?
Yes. No, I think that was an amazing introduction, and also just sort of, yes, it was a good explanation of at least like the basic understanding. And look, it is not a bad thing, okay?
No.
I feel like sometimes my reactions are a little dramatic, okay?
What? Never.
Whatever. So, of course, I'm excited about, the Aries energy.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite so keen on that Libra energy, but that's personal. It's because I'm an Aries rising, and I have problems with Libra stuff. Anyways, whatever.
Well,
okay?
at least that's the letting go part.
Well, see, I know, and that is making me feel better.
And you need it. When you have the one, you have to have the other. So you need it. So anyway.
Clearly have lessons to learn. So anyways, no, that was amazing. Thank you. We will continue to talk about this as time goes on and different things start to happen.
Yeah, we'll give you more node stuff. But for now, I think that's good enough, and you'll be fine.
Yes. Yeah. So, all right.
100 days till Halloween.
100 days till Halloween.
If you didn't know, we love Halloween.
Yeah. You might also love Halloween. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, in the, Venn diagram or, cross-section of, people who are witches and people who love Halloween. I mean, I feel like it's...
There's a lot of... Yeah. It's a big crossover.
Yeah. If it I actually want to hear from people where that's not the case, because I don't feel like I've met a lot of people where that's not the case.
Yeah, I agree. I really do. And you could also be like, oh, it's so like stereotypical. But I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
First of all, we don't care. And also...
We don't care.
Also, just be careful when you're making judgments like that and saying things like that to people, because it's misogynistic and stupid and we don't like it.
Yeah. So
let people like what they like and let people enjoy what they enjoy. And even if it's basic, no one asked you.
yeah. And if it's so basic, then why don't you like it?
Exactly. Because a lot of people do. So I will just, enjoy my things in peace without your input.
100%. 100%.
Spicy today.
I know. We are just like 1-2 punching it. So,
We are.
Okay. What we're going to do for 100 Days Till Halloween is we're
Yeah.
going to talk about Halloween.
Yay. Yay.
Specifically, like I said, it's sort of a nostalgic retrospective. Oh, it makes it sound so fancy. This is really like the spirits of Halloween past. And
Aww.
I think we're both going to be talking about some Halloween memories, right?
Yes, that's so cute. Spirits of Halloween past.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I want that to be a book or a movie or like a comic or a graphic novel.
Let's make one.
I can't draw.
I cannot draw either.
We know
It'll
people
be
that can.
written word and spoken word.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Spoken word. What even is that?
We're like Halloween.
You can become beatniks.
Get a bongo.
Okay, so let's talk about Halloween when you're a kid. Oh, also we're gonna be showing pictures.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be showing pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the essence of Halloween. I feel like that's why
Yes.
we love Halloween, because you remember, or if you don't have the memories, like, you always liked it. Like, it's such a kid-centric, childlike wonder holiday.
Yes, and especially the way that it's sort of conceptualized, like in the U.S. And,
Yeah, that's true.
and elsewhere. But I mean,
Yeah.
this is where we are, right?
This is where we are.
It's like the trick or treating and sort of the Halloween parties,
Totally.
and it's fun. Also, like typically there's some form of at school you're allowed to wear a costume, and it's so fun because you don't have to be yourself that day.
Yeah, you can be anyone you want. And there's just literally like a magic in the air. And I have a few brothers, but my one brother who shares this affinity, and you'll be seeing a picture of him soon. He's probably gonna kill me, but anyways.
Yeah, cue the picture.
It's great. We share this, and it's, my whole family really does, but like me and my particular brother, my brother Chris, we really share this. And when we talk about it, we get giddy because we talk about it in the same sort of like abstract way. Like there's something about that magic in the air, the chill in the air, the change of the season, the spookiness, the sunsets, the ghost stories. I don't know. There's almost like an intangible quality to it too.
Yeah.
That you start to feel as it starts to approach. Like that first little bite of like an autumn tasting or smelling air is the most exciting, beautiful thing in the world. I love it.
I agree, and I get excited too, but I also feel like sadly and like climate change.
Yeah, true.
It's like 99 degrees on Halloween now. At least here
Literally.
we're in Southern California. But no, when we were kids,
Oh yeah,
it was already getting chilly, and there was a difference, and I miss that. I really do miss that.
I do. We get maybe like one day in October where it's like that. You get like the one fall day, like the one perfect day. And it's I always say it's like the puffy cloud day. It's where like the clouds are perfect in the sky. It has that little bit of chill to the air.
There's like a wind, like something that feels cold instead of these like hot furnace summer winds, these Santa Anas that we get.
Yes. The sun is out though, and like, but you can like comfortably wear a sweater. It's the perfect thing. I love it so much.
It actually is, and I do love that as well. And I also feel like when you're a kid, or, I remember being a kid, one of the really exciting things about Halloween was you got to go out in the dark.
Yes, super fun.
And, like, I don't know, what time is the sun's at, like, 6 o'clock, 5:30? Like, it doesn't matter. It was early.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. It was exciting.
It was, like, just even seeing, like, the familiar places look unfamiliar.
Yes, because you weren't used to like walking around in the dark in your neighborhood. Like, you know, I mean, at least I wasn't. So.
Yeah, and that's just like, that's like the essence of like something that's spooky for you as a kid. Like
totally, just being in the dark.
Yes, like sort of like when you have like a pile of clothes like in the corner of your room, and it's a pile of clothes. But then at night when it's dark, like that pile of clothes is not a pile of clothes. Like,
yeah, it turns into a monster, an old hag, and all this other stuff. Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's like, it's my neighborhood, but like, is it?
Exactly.
You know, kind of thing, you know, and like, oh, that person, like, is that really like some witch scary thing or whatever? I don't know. Yeah, it's just in that sense of adventure and the way that everybody sort of collectively embraces that too.
Yes, and again, you know, I think it's changed a lot, honestly, but I remember being a kid and like pretty much every house gave out candy, and maybe people didn't decorate like a, you know, like excessive amount, but people had a pumpkin on their porch, or they had carved pumpkins. Yeah, there was something. And almost every house seemed like it was giving candy out. And there was like the rare one where nobody was home or the house was dark. But I do feel like this has changed, and it's very sad.
It is. It's unfortunate. And I feel like we kind of cling on to, you know, the memories and the nostalgia and like, you know, try to recreate it as much as we can. I feel like that has risen.
Yeah, no, I do it. I do it,
yeah.
You know, excessive. Someone would say excessive. I don't think it's excessive.
It's not excessive. It's great.
And I'm lucky enough to actually live in a neighborhood as an adult that is a really big Halloween neighborhood. And so I still get, like, this vibe in where I live. I just
very much.
know that, you know, like, my parents and my sister and, like, those neighborhoods where they are, there's really no kids trick-or-treating anymore.
Yeah, where I grew up, it's absolutely not the same anymore, and it makes my parents really sad because it's one of their absolute favorites, and we would go all out, you know, when we were younger, and it makes them really sad. And like, I have Jackie, so like I get to like experience it by proxy and everything, so that's nice.
And I was just gonna say, we're gonna get more into like our Halloween plans for this year, not in this episode, but we're gonna be introducing this
Sneaky peek.
Yes, but I want to say there's gonna be some hometown surprises, we'll call it, for Halloween this year.
It's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited.
Breaking into song. Okay, what was your favorite Halloween costume when you were a kid?
That is a good question. My favorite, I don't know. That's a good question. I remember my mom would always make us our costumes, like for the most part.
Same.
Yeah. And I remember like when I first got old enough to do something like sort of in the like horror like realm. I never really did that, but then I remember my first time actually doing that, and it was sort of like a bride-ish type of deal, you know, like fancy dress kind of thing, but like blood all over it.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
My brother's friend, who is like a brother to me, essentially like my fourth brother, like he was really into Michael Myers, and he had like the Hollywood quality like mask, and his name is Michael too. He's very tall. He's like, I don't know, 6'6" or 7 or something. And he like wheeled me around in my dad's old wheelbarrow. Like I was just like splayed out in it. And he was like wheeling me around in it. And he pulled, like, he stayed in character. And he was scary because he was so tall. So people would be like,
it's amazing.
It's terrifying. And when it's like, you know, that quality. A lot of people got mad though in our neighborhood. I remember that. People got pissed.
Because they thought like it was inappropriate?
Yeah, they came and tried to complain to my mother, which if anybody knows my mom.
That's a losing battle.
It's a losing battle.
Losing battle.
She was not having it.
She doesn't care.
My mom was like, you can just not look or you can move.
Yeah, you can move.
Like, this is Halloween.
Like, don't live here anymore.
Yeah, just don't. If you don't like it, like, don't come over here. And yeah, people were mad, like, because of little kids or whatever. But it's like, well, I experienced that growing up with them. Like,
well, okay, come on, that's not really that bad.
It really wasn't that bad. It was obviously a joke. Like, I had candy in the wheelbarrow.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, so they would, you know, come up and grab it. I'd grab them. It was funny.
See, I think like when adults act terrifying and scare children on Halloween.
Yeah.
that is inappropriate.
Of course.
But you were kids, both of you.
Yeah.
I mean, he was older, but he wasn't like
but still,
an adult.
No. And I was definitely like a child. I think I was like 13, maybe 12, like when we did that.
So your kids messing around and having fun.
It was so fun.
Anyway, that's super cute.
Yeah, that's probably like, that sticks out to me anyways.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's cute. So, okay, for me, and I have pictures of this as well.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, Halloween in my house. We celebrated it.
Yeah.
And, we had, like, super cute, like, homemade decorations, like, these little ghosts that we made from, like, I swear my mom was so crafty and so, like, penny pinching because we, like, had to be.
Yeah.
It was, like, these ghosts hung on, like, an embroidery wheel with thread, and they were made from dryer sheets.
That's
like,
so
I'm not even
cute.
kidding. But they were so cute.
That's a good idea.
It was so cute. And so we had like a bunch of those. Anyways, super cute. But my mom always made our costumes too. But she pretty much was like, okay, here is your costume and it's going to fit you for the next 5 years. So I was a cat. I was a black cat and a white cat.
Aww.
Like every year.
That is so cute.
So I think I have a picture when I'm 3. I was a black cat. Mm-hmm. Then I'm 6. I'm a white cat. And I'm only showing 2 because I don't want to show 9 years of the same costumes.
Yeah, for sure. I weirdly didn't have like a ton of pictures. I don't know if that just wasn't a holiday we took a lot of them.
No, I actually didn't have that many pictures either. But I know that I was a cat really frequently. One year, my sister and I were cowgirls, and that was really cute. But the picture that we have is just, it's not good.
Yeah.
But
that is very cute.
That was cute, and it was very like special because I think my mom still made it, but it was like, it was cute. It was different.
That sounds adorable.
I know. So,
Yeah.
But I definitely remember like there was always these friends that we went trick-or-treating with, like these certain family friends, and we would do it in our neighborhood, and then we'd drive across town to their neighborhood, and it's just such an adventure.
I know. So it's such a fun day, such a fun time. I remember like even like all the stuff leading up to the actual night was like super fun, of course, Halloween, but everything leading up to it was like the fun part too. Like you were saying, like putting up your little ghosts.
Yes, they were so cute.
Yeah, putting up decorations or like maybe getting a pumpkin or, whatever you're doing, like all of that preparation. And like, we were so into it. I mean, we went all out, and my brothers kind of skewed more like on the scary side and would do that kind of stuff. But my mom and dad would put up like the cute things and I would help with that. But we had kind of both aspects, and like I loved it. Like we came together as a family and we were just doing something fun. We weren't fighting. It wasn't about some holiday.
Right, like, you have to buy all these presents or you have to do all this stuff.
Sit down to dinner, whatever, go to relatives.
Right.
We didn't have to do any of that.
Right.
It was just the core group of us, like as a family and our really close cherished friends and neighbors and stuff, just coming together for like pure fun. Like all it was about fun.
That is true. I think that is why kids love Halloween.
Totally.
And why so many adults continue to love it. Is it really is just about fun. Mm-hmm. And like kind of being creative and like tapping into this part of yourself, Mm-hmm. I really love that.
I do too. And it makes sense why so much of us, or so many of us, I should say, love that still and everything, because life is so full of things that are not fun and just so disenchanting. So it's like the one area where you can still kind of tap into that and still enjoy it.
Definitely. So when we met, we have had some memorable Halloweens together.
We have.
Right?
Yes.
What is our first most memorable Halloween? Do you think?
First most memorable Halloween
together
would have been, because I'm thinking there of earlier ones, but I think the one that I would say stands out to me, you'll probably agree, is when we were Tim Burton characters.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a good year.
I consider this iconic Ashley and Jackie.
Very. It's our energies.
There's going to be a picture.
Yeah.
You're going to see this. So I was Lydia Dietz.
Yes. And I was Sally Skellington, obviously.
And we wore these costumes to work.
Yeah, we did.
Because you were not even allowed, you were encouraged.
Yeah, you were encouraged.
And some people went all out at the place that we worked.
Very much so.
The staff definitely did. I don't know if there was like really a costume competition per se, but people really put a lot into it. So it makes sense that we did this. But I think what really makes it, we look adorable for one. We look so cute.
Yep.
costumes were on point. But I think what makes it more memorable to me was our attitude on the day.
Oh my gosh. We were we were the queens of the day, and nobody could take that away from us, and no one could argue with us, and it's like no one even perceived us. I don't know.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing is that we were there, we showed up, we have pictures, like people told us, oh, you guys look so cute.
Sure.
But we were just like not there.
No.
We didn't exist there. We existed elsewhere.
We did. And, like, someone even, like, took the pictures for us. But, like, I don't really care to remember that or think about that.
No. The pictures are a memory of it, but they're not really tied to the reality.
No, at all.
Because I don't know what the reality was.
No, we had no idea.
No, we just were, like, floating through the day. I mean, look, who does an ounce of work in a costume on Halloween?
Yeah.
Nobody, right? Nobody. But we just couldn't.
No, we just couldn't. And we felt very justified in that. And I'm so glad we did, because it's moments like that you look back on and you're like, I'm so glad that I did that. Because there's moments like that more often than you look back on and you're like, why did I care? Why did I do that? Why did I dim my light or not do what I wanted? Because 15 years from now, the only people that are going to remember that I didn't give my 100% that day are like the people that missed out on me. Like, those are the only people that are going to remember that. And that day we like made a point of not doing that. We were like, we are just doing us today, whatever that is. And we knew that like that was going to be like one of the only opportunities we would probably have to do that too. We knew that.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. And I just feel like to this day, that day has carried me through so many other days in between.
Totally.
I will think about it. I will remember it. I will like warm my own freaking heart when I'm like feeling brokenhearted or when I miss you or when I'm sad. Yeah. And I'll remember that and I'll just be like, yeah, but we had that day.
And we would text each other for like a long time after that. We've since had many great days and all kinds of stuff.
Of course, we've had a million great days.
But I remember around that time and shortly after, like, we would just text each other like best day or like best day ever or the best day or like remember the day. And like we knew exactly what we were talking about.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yes.
That was a wonderful Halloween.
It really, really was. And you looked so cute. Your costume was so cute. Your makeup was so good. And I loved mine too.
Yeah, it was good.
It was so good. I'm getting so happy thinking about it right
now. I know. It really does. It really like warms your heart.
Okay.
Lovely.
What other Halloweens do we need to touch on?
I don't know ideas? If we've mentioned this. I can't recall if we have. But
well, if we haven't, we'll just mention it now.
Okay, let's just do that.
Yeah.
So I think we should talk about how we went to Salem on Halloween.
We did. We have been to Salem on Halloween.
It's pretty rad.
It was so amazing.
It was so great.
We had the best time.
We really had the best time.
We really had the best time. Look,
yes.
If you or someone you know has had the opportunity to do this, and you had a splendid time, I hope you did, but we had a better time. I don't care.
We did. I'm sorry. We did.
I hope you had a great time.
I'm sure you did.
We had a better time.
Yes. And honestly, like, you hear about this and you do hear people saying like, oh, I had a great time and it was lovely, whatever. But you hear a lot of people be like, oh my God, like I would never, or I can't ever again, or whatever.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's so crowded. You can't get to anything. Yeah.
We did not have that experience.
No.
Because we really, really made sure to plan it well to where we didn't have that. Yeah. And like, that's just my piece of advice. Like, if you are thinking about doing it, you want to make the pilgrimage, you absolutely should. But make sure you do your research. Make sure that you plan things and have realistic expectations of what you're doing. And if you do, nothing beats it.
Nothing beats it. And I would just, it's same as what you're saying, but just really recommend, like, get in and out early. Like, everything is there.
Yep.
if you get in there, you get to see everything you want. It's not that crowded. You can take pictures places. When the crowds start rolling in, you roll out. There's a ton of other things around the area to see besides the like downtown proper.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the day after Halloween, you can circle back and do the downtown again. It's dead. Nobody's there anymore.
Exactly.
So
there are ways to get around it. If anybody wants like more specific advice or like recommendations or anything, like we're happy to give it to you. You can just message us. Like that's fine.
Yeah, but we did everything we wanted in just the way we wanted, and we had the best time.
We really did. It was amazing. That was 2021.
Yes, and just also to mention, we had originally conceptualized this for 2020.
Yep.
But, RIP 2020. RIP. So, So in 2021 made it happen.
Yeah, gosh.
I know. And it wouldn't have been the same any other year, so I'm grateful.
Yeah, it happened when it was meant to, and it was, absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to go back there. I don't know about Halloween, but I can't wait to just go back to Salem in
We
general.
have plans for a different time of year to go there.
That'll come in the future.
It will materialize in its proper time as well.
Materialize.
Yes. I also think so. We should touch on last year's Halloween.
Yeah.
Which was around the time that we were starting Dumb Witch Club.
That's
so
right.
there is some content available about that. We did a haunted Hollywood Halloween.
Yeah.
You could definitely look more into that. But I think what we want to touch on right now is something that we didn't actually touch on back then, which was the actual Halloween night.
Yeah, that's right.
That we spent together on top of the other things that we had done leading up to Halloween Day.
Yeah, we did like a Hollow weekend with
Correct.
the Haunted Hollywood Halloween, and you can watch all of that. We have all the content up. That was cool. We had a lot of fun.
It was great and amazing.
Great stories, like all kinds of things happening. But yeah, Halloween night was just great. Like it was just, I mean, a pretty like typical Halloween night for us. I mean, not for everybody. But yeah, people out, like everyone in costume. I loved our costumes.
Oh my gosh. So we have obviously sometimes done coordinating costumes with each other. We didn't do that last year. Yours was amazing. Can you describe and tell everybody what you were?
Yeah, so I was Wanda Maximoff from WandaVision, and my partner was Vision. And people were stopping us to take pictures with us.
No,
like, it was that good.
And they barely needed costumes, truly, because they already look like, I mean, not, really, but yes.
Yes.
With
like
the appropriate outfits, it's like, it was amazing.
It was amazing. It's the costume like was written for us. Like there's nothing better that like we could do.
It was so cute.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Like just to like actually feel like the characters and have like little kids be like, "Oh my God, it's Wanda and Vision." Not like those people are dressed as them. They were like, "That is Wanda and Vision." Like, "Daddy, like I have to take a picture with them." We were like, "With us?" Like,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because you guys went walking around the neighborhood, and it's very busy, and there's tons of kids out. And it is really fun, even if you're not in costume or anything. It's really fun to be in that atmosphere because I think it's like what we grew up in.
Oh my gosh, I know. And everyone that was out there was like, just like great too. And
yes. But no, you guys were amazing. So mine, which you'll see a picture of she and I together. Yeah. But mine, I was like a metal rock groupie, and great. My man was a death metal rocker. So it was so hot.
I was sick.
It really was.
Super sick.
Leather pants, blue eyeshadow. Yeah, it was cool. Fake leather, not real leather.
It was like mommy and daddy vibes.
It really was. It was amazing. He had this, God, I don't know the name of it, and he's going to get mad. It's like this arm piece with spikes coming out of it.
That thing was crazy. It was like nails.
It's like nails.
Like a Rob Zombie status.
This
like,
whole thing, which he already had in his closet. Don't ask me. Okay. Did like the melting eyeliner. It was so cool.
It was rad.
It was really fun. So you'll see at least me in the picture with her.
Yeah. It was super fun.
But it was super fun. And I really, I am not... Dressing up for Halloween is not for everyone, and that is totally fine.
Of course.
But it's really fun to do.
It is fun to do. And it doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be... No. Yeah.
My costume was not really very elaborate at all. I mean, it's not the way I normally look, but I was also like, some people look like this all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
It wasn't like...
And it was like pieces that you had and stuff.
Totally.
Like, it wasn't anything major. Even mine, like, I didn't buy, like, a packaged Wanda costume. I put pieces together, and one of the, like, main things, I already had it. So it was really easy.
Yes.
And we went with, like, a simpler version of what we were doing, which fit perfectly. And it was not that complex. Yeah. You just go with what you already have.
I know. It's a little creativity, a little elbow grease. So, I love it. So, I guess, that kind of brings us to now. We are here 100 days from Halloween 2023. We have plans in the works. You will learn more about them as time presses on.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're so excited. And I feel like the stuff we have planned this year, like, people are really going to get, like, a lot out of it for themselves, too.
I agree. I definitely think so. And I loved this big witch energy segment.
Same. It was good. It was big, and it was witchy, and it was energetic.
What more could you ask for?
In a big witch energy segment, I don't think much more.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
We did it. Okay. Ready? Spell of the week.
Spell of the week.
Okay, my spell of the week this week is a little bit of an okay, it's not an anti-spell, all right, but it's kind of different, okay? And it might serve some of you because it really did for me this past week. So, okay, sometimes you've done spells and then you need to, like, now just move on, and sometimes you don't know how, and or you forget. Because this is Dumb Witch Club. So I had this happen because I was transporting something, and I think over to you, and I had it with me, and I was like, oh, I have, like, ashes in this thing.
As witches often realize when they're moving things around. Like, this is full of ashes.
No, this is full of ashes, and I'm literally carrying it around. And I'm like,
whose ashes were they?
The ashes of my enemies. Just kidding.
Don't ask.
Maybe I'm not. And I was like, shoot. Okay, well, they're here. So I'm like, okay, well, I just have to kind of contain them, and then, like, but what am I going to do? And then you were like, I love that you have that. And I was like, I do too, but I'm a little thrown off. Like, I'm not really sure what to do. So when I went home, I was like, okay, I had to do something about this, because honestly, just real talk here, I really couldn't remember what they were from.
Yeah. So you don't even know what energy was held within those.
Oops. Yeah. So what I did was I did a sort of, like, cleansing spell, and this is what I chose to do, and you may want to do this if you have anything that's, like, you burned paper or, like, incense, like, remnants, or any like, stuff, you know, that you need to get rid of. So what I did was I used a little bit of moon water that I made recently, and I put it in with the ashes, and I stirred it counterclockwise to, you know, get rid, right? That's what you want to do when you're getting rid of things.
Right.
And I just said, like, a simple thing, like, along the lines of, I don't remember if this was exactly it, but, like, ashes to ashes, from dust returned. With this water, I cleanse my energy and open myself up to a new opportunity.
Ooh, I love that.
And then I got rid of them. Yes. And then I was like, oh, okay, like, that feels right. And it felt right, and it was, like, kind of a general way to do it, because honestly, I couldn't remember what they were from, and that happens. So if that does happen, like, a very simple sort of phrase like that, use moon water if you have it, use regular water if you don't have it, whatever you know, and say your little thing, and then move on. But don't let it pile up too much, because then you do what I do, and you don't even remember why you have it.
I love that. I love that idea. It's sort of like a version of cleansing your energy that's not about just cleansing your energy. Yeah. It's about specifically, like, closing a previous spell. Exactly. And clearing that energy out for what you need now. I love that. I think that's great. I think it's very, very practical. Yeah. And useful and very simple. And every witch should have that in her back pocket.
I agree.
I love it.
So there you go.
Thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome.
I think this was a great episode. I had a great time.
I know. I kind of, like, don't want to leave it because I'm feeling all, like, the Halloween-y feels. I said Halloween-y.
Oh, no. Okay, no. It's time to end because we're just going
to
digress into junior high.
It's okay, too.
Until next time.
Stay witchy, friends.
Definitely stay down.
Halloweeny.
That's good. That was funny.
Creative director and culture consultant, Violet Turner.
Original music by Ashley Sidner. And look us up on all your favorite social media platforms, including Patreon.
Until next time, stay witchy, friends.
And stay down.